us to navigate all the ups and downs. And especially with what's going on with me, if I did not have that faith, I don't know what I would have done to get through this. But you and Mom made many, many sacrifices for us, and there's probably a lot more that we weren't aware of. And I don't know if we ever told the Maraglianos that Dad had a job offer, kind of a big step up in the business, but it required a move to North Carolina. And it was an easy decision, Dad said. He wasn't going to leave his mom so that it would rob us of growing up with our grandmother. Yeah, I don't know if Pop wasn't around when we got there. Yeah, I don't think Pop was around. But anyway, and you also said because your sister, with all our cousins, and we had fun times growing up. We were just talking about it. There was just so much involved. And even with Uncle Joe, who Dad really not grew up with, like you two were scoutmasters together. And Uncle Joe, you really gave Dad the love of fishing. He still talks about the time you were actually on Long Island. You were in Riverhead, because Dad remembers that, which is right down the block from you practically. So isn't that ironic? But anyway, to be away from family was not an option. And obviously with Mom's sister, Aunt Betty, and also with Mickey, Jimmy, and Eddie. I mean, we still remember Jimmy singing the Lions. You don't even remember this. The Lion Sleeps Tonight. We had this little recorder that would like amplify your voice, and he was there rocking out, singing, and the Lion Sleeps Tonight. We just thought you were a hoot.
Jimbo, want to do an encore?
But also,
See what you learned about your father?
we used to play, I don't know, it was hide and seek and you guys would chase us. Oh my gosh, that would be so much fun. But, that's what I mean. It was an easy decision for Dad. He just didn't want to leave family. And he also didn't want to get us out of our, by that point, we had all our friends and everything, and he really didn't want to uproot us. And so, you called us, in fact I remember this, you called us diamonds in the rough. And we were rough. We were rough. I mean, Ellen and I were always at each other's throats growing up. My mom would always say, you, upstairs, you, stay here.
You had to see, boys, that's where I got it from. When I was watching my little sister, I'm the drill sergeant. The boys say, Mom, you're so hard on us,
Yeah. Well, I always said I grew up with two moms, and she was harder. But, Dad, the best game that you used to play, and I remember it was mostly with Don and I guess, I don't know where you were. Blind Man's Bluff, down in our basement, and Dad would blindfold himself, and we would hide. It was all dark. What fun, because you'd see him come by really close, and you'd do like that. Great fun. You always, just like Don said, you always were engaged in us, whether it's playing, making the tree house, all that kind of stuff. But anyway, it wasn't a coincidence at how your life unfolded.